Welcome to the first edition of On To Tuesday for 2022. This is actually edition 5. Today what we're going to do is actually do a USB accessory mod on this bike. And if you followed me for my Grom videos, you know that I like to do a lot of different things to my bikes to personalize them, make them my own. I already have the carbon fiber wrap on my fender up front. Pretty much I put that on because I don't want to get a whole bunch of bugs on the plastic, so they'll come off of that a lot easier. But today what we're going to do is actually install this USB accessory. This is a genuine KTM USB accessory. Pretty simple to install, not a really easy way to mount this. You know, it just comes with this top part right here. This has to plug into an accessory on the bike. So I'm going to show you how we go about that in case you want to install this on your own bike. And the part number for this is in the description of the video. So the first thing you have to do is take this cover off the side of the bike. This is on the left-hand side of the bike. Comes off pretty easy. This is where you're going to see all of your wires to mount your accessories, your power accessories. Take this off, you're going to notice comes off pretty easy. Make sure that you save your screws. I just put them right back in there. This little part right here is the ground wire. That goes back into that part right there. You want to make sure you put that back on when you reinstall this. And then this box right here just kind of lifts out to give you some more room to get in there. Kind of push that aside. Now all of the power accessories are up in here that you want to plug into. So the easiest thing you can do to get to all of this is remove your horn, which is right here. And I already have that loose. I actually got into this beforehand, so I kind of make it look like I know what I'm doing, but it's because I got in here to make sure I knew what I was doing before I did a video. So the horn's just loose, but you want to get in there and remove the horn, which gives you access to get into the electrical parts. And you just kind of want to bring the horn out and put that as bolt in there so you don't lose it. Then when you look up into here, you're going to see all of your power accessories. So number 1, you're going to see a number 1 on here. Number 1 is for power all the time. So if you don't have the bike on and you plug power into this, you're going to have power all the time. It can drain your battery. Number 2 is actually power when the bike is turned on. So this will stop power when the bike is off, which is kind of the one that I want to go with, just because I don't really want anything plugged in that's going to drain the battery out. So this is pretty simple. You just want to take these plugs and plug them in to this little power outlet thing, and then you want to check to make sure that you have power. So the way that I do that is I have this little USB light. You don't see anything on right now. You want to look up here and turn the bike on. Just turn the key so it's on. You can see that I have power on my USB accessory thing. You can see that red light on there. Turn it off, it's gone. On and it's on. So that means you have power when the bike is on, no power when the bike is off. So the next thing we want to do is feed this up through to where we're going to mount it. So this has to get fed up in through here. Let me come around here. You want to make sure that nothing is restricted. You're not going to have any trouble when you're turning the bike. I'm going to use this for my action cam mount. So it could actually plug in right here. Just kind of wire tie it in there. That would work well. This is my action cam plug-in, so I can plug that right into there. So I think that's a good spot for it. So I'm just using a zip tie to put this onto the frame. In the future, I'm going to put a piece of Velcro or 3M sticky tape to hold it there, which will hold it on there a lot better. The main thing is you want to make sure that there's no trouble with steering the bike. And yeah, I mean, it looks good. I'm going to tie this in a little bit more. That's going to be perfect, actually. No trouble at all, no restrictions. This will be able to plug in without any problems. Let's put the horn back on before we wire tie so I can make sure we don't have any restrictions there. You don't have to remove the horn to do this. I just think that it makes it a lot easier to get into everything in this bike. Everything's really tight in here. This USB accessory will work on, I believe, just about any KTM bike. Everyone would be a little bit different as far as, you know, where the box is located, but for the most part, the wiring and everything, from what I understand, is probably going to be about the same on any KTM bike. So you can use this to charge your phone. You can use it for action cams, which is what I'm going to use mine for. I see no reason why the horn wouldn't still work, but let's give it a toot. Yep, we're good. And then we want to put this back on. And remember, this goes behind. Again, this fits fairly tight. This goes behind there. You want to make sure you have that ground wire. Put this back in. There's your ground wire. And you want to get the cover that you saved the bolts from. We'll start with the bolt with the ground wire first. Put that ground wire in there. Get it lined up. There you go, cover's on. Tighten it as much as you need to so it doesn't come out or come loose. And you're good to go. So that concludes this edition of On Tuesday. I hope you like my new bike. It is a KTM Duke 200. I'm super excited about this bike. And we also have this bike right here. This is a brand new Kawasaki Vulcan 650. So this bike will be featured in some videos as well. Back to the KTM Duke, I have LED signals I'm going to be putting on, a LED headlight. I have a fender eliminator, which is going to get rid of this crazy whale tail. I think this bike has one of the ugliest whale tails out of any bike out there. And if you don't know what a whale tail is, it's this part. So we're going to shrink that up with a Yoshimura fender eliminator. I think it's going to be a popular bike. I know I love mine. I also have new mirrors coming on. I have my quad lock on here already. And then of course this accessory is where my 360 camera is going to be for 360 motovlog videos when I ride around with a camera on. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe. Hopefully you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.